they hold a handkerchief up to their nose, and that smells awful. It's 2 weeks moldering in the ground. Even the cod smelled worse than the dead body. Okay, you're not okay. So the thing we had to do in Scandinavia. The proposition was, all right, you guys, says the producer, you got to eat the fermented cod.
Tell me that you followed it with schnapps.
Wait a minute. You're rushing my story here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here on the stage for the next 15 minutes. So it smells bad. Everybody has a problem, especially charity. I don't have a problem. Somebody opens the can. Now the can is fermenting, okay? So those of you who have done any canning or looked at a can, or like that girl said she wanted proof of going to a horse for a can. No, different can. So a can that's fermenting swells. It enlarges, it's swelling. It's going to burst like a bomb. Is what's fermenting in the can. This fermented cod is worse than a dead body. Somebody opens the can, it squirts all over everybody. I'll tell you how bad it was. So you're us, you're me, and there's 5 cameras on the 5 of us right here. So there's a camera here, a camera here. This camera here, the cameraman, is caught in the frame of the second camera, just for a moment. In that moment, as the can opens, this operator leans over so you see his profile on this camera and projectile vomits. Okay? That's how bad it was. Okay? Who starts screaming? I can't say like a girl, right? Who starts screaming like, give me another phrase, like banshee, like a bandit, but no. A little tiny little baby banshee. And then a really banshee started 4 rings on his finger, and he's screaming, oh! I grab a piece of the cod, I fling it in my mouth. He screams again, and now I take a piece of cod, and he sees it in my eyes. And I start to go after him. And this great football player peels off and starts running away. After 30 years of riding horses, my back is really arthritic, okay? I can't run the way I used to, but I'm dogged. I'm running after him, and he twists and comes out of his shoes, falls to the ground. I jump on him, and I bathe his scalp in fermented cod. And later, I said, how was it? He said, it's the worst thing that ever happened to me. I said, the cod? He said, no, you jumping on me. That's how bad it was. So, I mean, I'd like to spend time with Henry Whitmer. In fact, we're going to dinner tonight. No fermented cod. I think Italian marinara is, You got it? What are you hanging around for? That was your answer.
I'm laughing so hard.
I've never met anybody who knew what the fermented cod was like out of the 4 of us. It's great. Are you Swedish?
Yes, my mother.
What was that? Wait. Yes. Well, I'm dubious of whether I'm Swedish.
Well, no. My mother's is from Sweden. My father's from Italy, so I'm kind of a half-breed. So
from Italy and Sweden?
Yes.
Wow. What a combination. What do you do for work?
I'm a chemistry teacher.
What is it that smells so bad? What are the chemical components of fermented cod that smells so bad? Oh.
It's a long answer.
No, just don't give me a long list.
Okay.
Give me a short list.
That awful, like, fish scent is generally created.
What is it that flesh goes bad? Even if it's a chicken in your refrigerator, it smells bad, right? And then it smells worse. And then it gets really bad, and then you can't stand it. What is the chemical process? What's happening?
Well, the bacteria on the actual meat is breaking the proteins down.
But why does it smell?
Well, that's actually an advantage for us.
It's what?
It's an advantage, it's a good thing. If you take a deep breath and you get those molecules into your nose and it smells awful, that's your brain telling you, don't eat this.
That's exactly what I thought.
Can you please share about the writing process and the inspiration for your album?
The writing process
and your inspiration for Has Been, the record?
A desperation. I got an offer. I've been making albums. I got 6 or 7 albums out. I can't sing. Don't tell me. but I love music, and I think sustaining a note is highly overrated. No, I've been asked to do a blues album. I'm working on a blues album right now.
Oh, no.
So, who sings the blues the best? Aretha Franklin? I mean, that glorious voice emanates from her body, her soul did, and she sang like an angel, like everybody would want to sing. Like I would want to sing like Aretha Franklin, but that requires you being 2 years of age and being in a choral group in a church and having passionate music and understanding how to use your voice and how to sing with other people and then how to be a great soloist. But I love music, and I love the musicality of the English language. So I've been trying to put the music of the language to the melody that exists. And there was a song in the country music album was entitled, "I Should Have Loved Her." And the demonstrator that I was listening to, when he came to the language, I should have loved, and he hung on the love. The word loved extended in anguish. I should have loved, and he held that note, and you could feel in the music the anguish. I should have loved her instead of doing all the other things I did. Now I can't hold that note, so what do I do as the performer? I had to wrestle with, how do I go into, I should have loved her. How do I portray the anguish that the singer can do so much more easily? That's the problem I was facing. So, I've forgotten how it was that Ben Folds and I met, I remember that. At my age, it just takes a little longer, that's all. But it's there, it just takes longer. Hey, that's not bad. So he writes me that he found an album, an earlier album of mine, and he liked it, and would I sing one of his songs on his album, which I did. It was a bit, a hit, and so suddenly, Ben Folds and I are friends, and we get an offer, why don't you guys make an album together? So Ben Folds is a musical genius. Oh yeah, I mean, he just plays everything, and he composes. And so the story is, 2 guys from Golden Throat Records said to me, would you make an album? And I knew they were going to mock me, at which point the phone rang, it was Ben. I said, Ben, will you produce this record that these guys want? And he said, yeah. And I said, would you take Ben Folds in? Oh, yeah. So we had a deal. And then I said to Ben, what are we going to sing? What am I going to do? He says, tell the truth. So I started writing things that I felt. Love, music, just stories, things that I thought I could rhyme and make musical. And so I wrote about 50 poems and brought them to Nashville, to a studio that Cyber's Elvis. Yeah, I'm there. It's just a little slower. That's it. So we recorded in a studio that Elvis used all the time, and Ben put to music the lyrics I had written, and he made them into wonderful songs. I mean, I'm so proud of that album. It's his musical genius, and using me as a performer. And we brought other people in, and it's really a terrific album. Maybe the best thing I've done in music, except maybe I'm getting closer to the word and the music, and in the Christmas album, I've gotten as close as I think I can.
Thank you.
Good. Anybody else? That's it, the lights are down, and that means you. What? Sing. Sing a song.
Sing a song.
You don't understand. I can't sing. If I could sing you a song, I'd sing you a lullaby. You'd go out into the cold rain and you'd feel warmed. I can't. All I can do is say, Thank you for being here this evening. It's been lovely being with you. I'm sorry I have to part with you. Go carefully into the night. It's cold and dark. Drive safely. I'll see you tomorrow.